Yo, 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 yo. What is going on, CoD Familia? It is your boy BN, aka Mr. Kingdom Builder, and I've been getting hit up by a number of people asking me to respond, react, what are my thoughts on the latest sneak peek for Home Kingdoms/Realms and Migration, as the Call of Dragons team just released a Q&A a few hours ago. So we're going to go ahead and give this a listen, give you my thoughts. Maybe we get some new information aside from what was talked about or announced in the notice board when we covered that breaking news. So this should hopefully be pretty exciting. I can't wait. As always, before we dive in, if you enjoy the content, make sure you because it helps us out a lot. Here we go. Oh, probably would help.
Dragons.
And I'm Leo, the Player Experience Manager.
Home Realm and Crossover Migration are coming soon, and we're back today to give you more details about these changes.
Stay with us to the end because we got something special lined up. So let's dive into the details.
Realm system to Call of Dragons based on your feedback, valuing the community sense it brings.
It provides a stable place for you to return to between seasons and
also
also allowing you to grow with your fellow players. If you're in Season 1, your current server is the Home Realm server.
Which is your home
After
kingdom.
Season 1 ends, there will be a period of
And just to be clear, the way you know that is because of the top left corner where it says K332, right? That's the kingdom that you start in your first season before it goes to S2 and beyond, right? Which essentially indicates your KVKs.
preparation before matching with neighboring servers to enter a new season. If you're in Season 2 and later, wait for the current season to end. Now let's talk about the new season changes. After the new season begins, players will have the option to either join or leave the KVK seasons whenever they want.
Okay.
Joining
So this is new information, right? We haven't heard this before, but they're basically doing the same thing that you can do in Rock, where you can go back and forth between the KVK and your home kingdom.
doesn't require any item.
Ooh, also wanted to point out this was interesting here that he just showed off.
Joining doesn't require
Which is... Oh, hang on. I think we have to go back just a sec.
Joining doesn't
Okay, right here. So if we remove the CC, you can see they even added a timeline here, which is cool. So it looks like this is maybe the KVK here, or maybe Home Kingdom, one of these. And then you have the timeline at the bottom. So this is probably going to be a new interface that they're going to put in. You also have it looks like quick nav, maybe to Augerstone, Conquest Achievement Season Policies, Village Management. So this is pretty cool. I mean, I like the fact that they're giving you a visible timeline, which is something that you usually see at the end of seasons with that end of season timeline, which lasts a week and a half, 2 weeks, give or take. So this is nice.
doesn't require any items. And if you want to return your home realm, you will need to use territorial relocation.
Okay.
You can also choose to stay in your home realm.
So free to go into the KVK, but cost a territorial teleport in order to go back.
The resurgence system will no longer be available.
We called this. We did call this, right? Well, we talked about this pretty early on when they started touting about this idea of home kingdoms and how if they had home kingdom starting zones, it would basically make resurgence obsolete, redundant. And so I guess obsolete is probably the better word there. So it's nice to see that they acknowledged that and just said, look, let's just remove it and kind of, have this new path going forward.
Additionally, when teleporting to the new season map, the system will assign players to a region based on their realm, and players cannot select it themselves.
Okay, so I think this is indicating or referring to the home kingdom starting zones in KVK, if I have that right, where once the KVK comes up, you're not going to be able to select like you have been which zone 1 you want to start in. You'll basically just randomly be placed whichever starting zone 1 your home kingdom or realm has been assigned to.
The save zone system will be removed as well.
And that makes sense.
As for the season flow, we've adjusted the duration of each season after the season 1, and it will now be 50 days.
So they cut this by a
After the
third.
conclusion of each season, players will return to the home realm and begin a preparation period. Following this preparation phase,
So just to be clear here, right? This is, so you guys have an understanding, this is season 1. This is season 2. This is 2.5, if you want to consider it that. And then this is season 3. Right, and I say 2.5, but it's really like a limbo, right? Because you're like halfway getting there. You're just allowing yourself to go back to your home kingdom, and I want to point out, this is fun. I just want to point this out in case no one has really seen this yet. They're referring to the home kingdom as home realm, but here they call it home kingdom. Home kingdom is just a lot more familiar and I think it's a lot more recognizable of a term than home realm is. So I just want to point out, even though they're doing that differently, I like the fact that they're referring to it as a home kingdom, or at least they're mentioning that, because I just think it's a little easier for people to get accustomed to that.
They will be matched with opponents from new servers before re-entering the season. Furthermore, a brand new season progression system will be introduced.
Ooh, brand new season progression system.
We've also made some key changes to the alliance system. Now, alliances can only be formed within your home realm. Once you've joined an alliance, it is tied exclusively to your realm, and you can only join an alliance in the same home realm as you when the new season begins.
Is it just me, or didn't creating alliances used to be 500 gems and now it's 1,500 gems based on what that was just shown? Or am I crazy? And has this been, because again, I haven't made an alliance or created one for a while, so someone will have to let me know there.
Prepare to rebuild alliance structures. Alliances from the home realm will transition to the new map, retaining their members, technologies, and behemoth buffs.
Okay, so this is interesting. They mention retaining behemoth buffs. The reason why I say that is that could be telling, depending if they dive into that further, is that if you're keeping behemoth buffs, that means that you would have to keep retaining territory within your home kingdom. Meaning that if you're in season 2 and beyond right now, and you, based on wherever you finished or wherever you ended that season out, given where your alliance's territory was and the behemoths that you captured at the end of your season 1 in your home kingdom, what they're saying is that you're going to retain that. So is that a hint that is indicating that they're going to keep territory intact for the home kingdom? Meaning if you're in a KVK season or season 2 and beyond and you go back to your home kingdom, will your alliance's territory still be existing? It's kind of giving a hint to that.
However, capturing a behemoth during the season will no longer grant a buff, increasing alliance member limits.
Oh, wow, they're
Alliance
removing that.
Union
Wow.
system
Shocker.
will be upgraded to the...
I wonder what that's going to do then. If you're removing member increases, does that mean that you're going to allow something else, or the tech is going to do it, or you're going to give some passive buffs, or you're just raising the caps again? Going back to home kingdom, does that mean everyone's going to be at a hard 200 cap? Like, what does that specifically entail? I don't know if they're going to dive into that.
Warband system, where up to 4 alliances from the same initial area can join and form a warband. Being a member
So this is interesting that they talk about now you can have up to 4, which I'm assuming is 4 total. If that's the case, for those of you that maybe haven't been playing COD that long, or if you were not one of the OG people who played Season 1+, you may not remember the changes that were made where in the beginning in Season 1, you could actually have a union of 4 alliances. It was yours and 3 others. So it's interesting that they're going back to that now when, if you remember, after Season 1, they removed unions, and then in 1+, there was so much constructive criticism and advocating that was being made for them to bring it back. They basically brought the union system back, which is what we know it as of now, where you could have 1 alliance as a union member or union partner. But now they're reverting it all the way back to the OG system. Interesting how things come around. Okay, let's read this. So warband members can set alliance help. That's new. I don't think that was mentioned in the notice board announcement that we covered a while ago. Sharing occupied passes, we knew that. Sharing behemoth buffs, we knew that. Can relocate into other cities, we knew that. Cannot attack each other. I assume this was probably indicated, but I don't know if it was specifically mentioned in the notice board announcement.
of the
But I
warband
like how they
grants
list
you
everything here.
exclusive perks. For example, if a member of your warband has occupied a pass, you can deploy legions to pass through or garrison the pass.
Oh, look at that. So you can garrison. I wonder if that also means you can rally. If that's the case, they should specifically state that. They should say, like, you can rally and garrison. You can use rally and garrisoning functions or features as members of a warband. They should add that to the front page, unless maybe we could scroll down on it, and they just didn't do that. 5,000 gems to make this. But I do like how you can have a warband abbreviation and an announcement, which is something that maybe everyone can read. I wonder if you could also send mails out to the warband. That would be dope as well.
The warband system allows for
Like maybe
greater
it's something where like
cooperation,
leaders could do as an
coordination, and
example,
mutual
but there's no
protection
options.
among allied members, allowing them to work together on building and upgrading structures and launching attacks on strategic passes.
Players in the same warband can send alliance help to each other.
Oh, did you see that? What was that?
Attacks on strategic passes.
Players in the same warband
So they can launch that on strategic power. I wonder if that does mean that they can rally.
can send alliance help to each other, relocate to each other's cities, share behemoth occupation rewards and buffs,
Oh, it does look.
and form rallies and garrisons together.
That's
It's
nuts.
important
So
to
you can
note-
form rallies and garrisons from other players and other alliances. Man, I love the just additional dynamic that is going to provide and the additional coordination and supporting of one another in a truer sense of the word, right? I think it's really going to open up the floodgates for just a lot more tactical and strategic use.
That the warband is primarily a social tie between alliances. The true ownership of behemoths and territories remains with each alliance.
That makes sense.
If an alliance departs from the warband, they retain ownership of their assets.
Got it. So basically what you're saying is that everyone signs a
alliance
prenup.
territories of players in the home realm will no longer be.
At the end of Season 1, the alliance territories of players in the home realm will no longer be reset. Wow. So this confirms the big question on, are they going to retain territory in the home kingdom, or are they going to reset it? Now that they've confirmed they're retaining it, I wonder, and I'm curious, let me know for those of you in the comments, how many of you remember what your original alliance territory was or is in your home kingdom, especially for those of you that are beyond Season 2. Like for those of you that are like Season 2 plus, if you're in T1, for 1 through 10, 22 through 90, who are in the newest SB2 season, right? Most of you have been through 5 to 6 KVK seasons at minimum. And I'm curious if anyone remembers what their original territory looked like. Because I mean, like I said, we saw it happening either way. We understood what the pros and cons were. I advocated more for thinking that it made more sense for them to reset it and allow people to kind of rebuild things in their image. But at the same time, if you ended up having, it's a lot, right? Like I said, I think some of the cons are, and this is what I feel, and I said this before in the previous another video where we talked about it from the notice board announcement, is that I feel like some of the because of so many shifts that have happened, I worry that some of the cons will be some people like holding alliances hostage. Maybe you have inexperienced leads that just because they have the R5 there, now they might try and start something. Maybe they'll try and rebuild that alliance even though they weren't that strong, but maybe people will gravitate towards it because they have territory established. And then in other cases, maybe they just won't really care. People will just kind of burn that territory away. But then it's a lot of work. Like then you have to go out and start burning territory, redistributing. How much time are you going to have in the home kingdom for that first go around? Will that be enough time to redistribute territory, behemoths, etc.? There's a lot to really think about. And again, I'm only just briefly grazing over it.
Reset. Only the following content will be reset. Hero levels reset to level 30, tactical manuals, CP items, elixir, and merit.
Okay. It seems
now
like
let's briefly talk about the new features such as the seasonal task system, alliance skill system, villages, and the king system. Now we'll give you more details in the upcoming patch note video. During the seasons, we will introduce season quest, complete tasks.
Oh, look at this. Personal, capture war pets, warband. Oh, so that's like for everyone in your warband. Oh, that's pretty dope. And then you actually have your kingdom. Oh, that's cool. So you get personal rewards, your warband or /union tasks, and then you have your home kingdom tasks. Occupy giant bear lair 4 times with your warband by the season summary. Gain prestige, 300,000 this season. Wow.
To earn rewards.
Defeat Darkling, patrols 5,000 in your kingdom, occupy magma daemon lairs. So that's pretty cool. They give you kingdom rewards too, as well. So like everyone gets a chance to do those.
In every season, players can now unlock and use alliance skills by donating. These skills boost alliance growth. So
this is something in CoD. Oh, look, so you can see, yeah. But this is something that's in Rock 2 as well, where you have alliance skills. Increases alliance members' gather speed and grants additional resources once gathering is complete. Overall gather speed plus 15%. Oh, wow, not bad. I wonder how long it lasts for, though. Increase alliance members, but doesn't. Oh, I guess it doesn't say unless I'm.
And give strategic advantages in battles. For instance,
lair teleportation activates teleportation sigils near behemoth lairs, creating lair portals and allowing alliance members to be deployed instantly to lairs. I mean, this is a W. This is something that they talked about in one of the Q&As before, where they were looking to address this. And now they're going to add this in. This is such a win for those players out there who just don't want to constantly burn all of their relocations to get to and from, or sending long marches just to go and do like elite raids or just general behemoth raids, etc. This is, again, a great feature. Again, we'll have to see. I mean, we'll have to see how it plays out because the cooldown on here is 24 hours. So is it something where, will there be situations where people need to do it multiple times? Is it likely that that will happen in the same day? I mean, give or take, I imagine they could probably work their way around that and just schedule those things out. But I still think this is a big W. A lot bigger than I think some people probably realize.
Leaders can create teleportation sites near behemoth lairs and deploy legions instantly.
In the king system.
Ooh, we got a brief look at vitality boost there. Hang on.
And deploy legions instantly.
Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm not getting there. Where am I? 401. Dang it. I feel like I have to just click.
allegiance instantly.
In the
Okay, so it's right before
king
instantly.
system,
Dude, I feel like I'm
Instantly.
in the
oh my god, I feel like I'm playing that game where you have. I feel like I'm playing that game at Dave and Buster's where like it goes around and you have to stop it.
And deploy legions instantly.
Oh, look at that! I timed it out well. Grants stamina to all alliance members, heroes, and war pets. Wow, stamina recovery 60 that you get, and then there's also Storm Vanguard. Not sure. Maybe buildings. Maybe this is increased building and destruction time.
in the king system,
Oh, sorry. What was that sixth one? There's
For
that sixth
instance,
one here.
leaders can create teleportation sites near
Hang on.
Behemoths,
What was
boost
it?
alliance growth.
Fog of War. Interesting. Fog of War. So what does that mean? Maybe you can activate that and it lets you clear fog for any KVK seasons a little bit faster? Okay. I think we're good. Everyone's like, let's move on. Dude, but I caught it. I'm a winner.
in the king system, the leader of the alliance controlling the Flame Dragon's lair will become the High King, marked by the High King's banner atop the lair. This position holds significant power, allowing management of various realm aspects. Privileges
Whoa. Let's not go too fast there, Skippy.
this realm aspect.
So you click on it, and what do we see initially? This is, again, similar screenshot we saw on the notice board. Got a thumbs up option, High King Records, Chronicle Special Rewards. We got titles, gifts, skills, and mail. Okay. Oh, and look, we also have a proclamation. This is similar to what we saw in Infinity Kingdom where they had proclamations and I think declarations or something that they had. So, like, for example, if you were someone who was looking at other kingdoms in Infinity Kingdom, you could click on that kingdom and it would tell you some information about it, right? Kind of almost being like a kingdom announcement. I wonder if this is similar. If that's the case, I think it's a great idea.
Privileges of
So skills. Oh, wow, gem exchange. The High King can exchange taxes for gems up to 3 times per day. What? Each time this skill is used, the amount of gems obtained increases with a maximum of 1,200 gems available per day, 300, 400, and 500 gems respectively. What? The High King can exchange taxes for gems. Okay, so to get gems. Interesting. Oh, and I guess these are tax amounts. Okay. Banishment relocates a selected lord city to a random location in their starting region when they enter the season if they have City Shield active. If they do not have City Shield active, their city takes P3 more damage for 30 minutes. Cannot target lords in your own realm. Cannot target lords in your own realm. Cooldown is 3 days. Okay. So it takes. Doesn't this seem redundant? Location starting region. But you cannot attack lords in your own realm. Like what? So the city will take more damage, which you assume, which means you can attack it, but then you can't, or it's just. Oh, I see. Maybe it takes more damage from other people. So what? This is like something you use in KV. It's just man, this is my head hurts. Exile relocates a selected lord's city in your realm to a random location in the Novola region, it looks like. Can't make out a lot of the other. Okay. But kind of like an excommunicate type thing. This gem exchange is interesting. Someone might have to explain that a little deeper to me.
Of the king include
Oh, here we go. To the Novola region or to the Darlin region if the Novola region is full. Okay, so this just like pushes someone out.
king skills. Grant titles within the realm.
Titles, here we go. Legion attack 5%, Legion defend 5%, Consort Marshal Chancellor, fitting attack 5, resource production, CPU, oh wow, CPU recovery speed. Well, yeah, okay.
Distribute king gifts.
These are gifts. Legendary gift chest, epic gift chest, 1, 2, 5, 10, okay.
And manage migration, which is coming in the next upcoming update.
Oh, look, and you'll be able to manage migration, which is in 2.6, so... okay, so that means this is going to happen in 2.5, but in 2.6, though, we're going to add more to it. Okay.
Now, let's discuss some important updates on your return to the home realm, especially for those who are in Season 2 or later.
After Season 2, during the home realm settlement, Alliance data from the previous season remains.
Yeah, so there's
the Alliance leader's initial server becomes the home realm for the Alliance. Upon returning to the home server, Alliance technology, gifts, and resources remain, but territories, buildings, and structure occupation data are deleted.
Oh, wow. Wow, okay.
Players whose home realm differs.
Hang on. So that means, wow, okay, so we thought that everything was going to remain the same, but now this is telling us that it actually is going to get reset, pretty much.
from the Alliance leaders will be removed from the Alliance. If they didn't participate in the division migration before season end,
Whoa, what's this?
Players whose home realm differs from the Alliance leaders will be removed from the Alliance.
Okay.
If they didn't participate
wow.
in the division migration before season end, they return to their initial servers where they started
That
off.
makes sense, yeah.
Time to break down the division migration.
Wow.
The end of your
But that's massive. So the territory is basically getting deleted, so you have to rebuild everything. But does that mean everyone is going to start back from... does that mean that everyone is going to go back to the starting zone 1 and you're going to build out from there? Or does it mean that the entire map is going to be open and then you can place things wherever you may? I mean, I guess technically, no matter what, you still would have to place your CF first. So if territory is being removed, that means that that means that you probably will have to place your CF first in a zone 1. And I would imagine people would probably place it as close to the pass as they can, and then they'll just build out beelining, right? Probably for the middle, right? For anyone there. But they didn't specifically state that unless they will later.
current season will be divided into 4 following phases.
First is migration preview that shows servers available for migration within your division.
Okay.
Second phase is when you migrate to other division servers, uniting with players from other servers. You will have a limited window during which you can migrate unlimited times, but each migration costs gems.
During the third phase, you will receive season rewards based on performance, determined by your merits, dead units, dark links defeated, and alliance building participation.
I like how they give you
And
the
the
breakdown.
final stage is after the season countdown. Servers undergo data migration. Once done, you can head to your home realm.
Okay.
Upon returning to the home realm, all behemoths and passes are directly set to open status. Players can directly build alliance territories, attack, and capture behemoths.
Okay, so basically, yeah, and this makes sense, right? Because if they didn't and they were going to reset some Augerstone timeline, or again, maybe the timeline is just over with at that point, which makes sense, they just open up everything so you can start immediately building to Zone 2, to Zone 3, which makes what we said previously kind of lines up a little bit more, but we'll still have to see how it plays out once we see people going back to the home kingdom.
Lastly, for those of you wondering about the season progress in the home realm, don't worry. Everything will be marked as completed, so you don't have to grind through everything again. And there's no need to explore the fog again.
As well. I like how they did the smiley face.
We're excited to announce that the cross-server migration is set to launch alongside the update 1.026, scheduled for mid-June.
Okay.
The High King can adjust the season migration power limit of the realm to impose restrictions on the power of migrants. Each realm has a maximum quota for the number of migrants it can recruit each season.
Okay.
In addition to season migration, we're introducing a special migration system. The quota for special migration is limited and requires approval from the High King. Once approved, migrants entering the corresponding server will not be subject to any power or quota limitations.
Lords will use the seasonal migration feature,
Oh, here it is. Are they going to show us what the migration teleport thing is?
needing migration permits based on their power. The specific amount of migration permits for each tier has not yet been confirmed, and what we can say for now is that players with less than 5 million power will need 1 migration permit. You can get permits from the Alliance store or bundles. Plus, every month, players can exchange up to 3 permits from the Alliance store.
Players can exchange up to 3 permits. Oh, okay. I guess that's good.
Now let's move on to the Q&A session.
Yeah, I wish they broke that down a little bit more on like what you can do, because like the important part to understand there is, can people still come in under the cap, which is what we assumed based on what we read in the notice board, which is like whatever the cap is at, you could still have people that are coming in under that, but then you have the special quota where you can accept people in however often that may be. That does not affect, from what they were saying, right, the quota. So again, we're going to have to wait to like really see how it looks so we can understand it a little bit better. Are there any adjustments made to Alliance capacity?
The answer to that is no. Currently, there's no plans to be made for now. However, the Alliance capacity will be determined by the following factors: the base Alliance capacity, technology capacity, the home realm behemoth capacity, the home realm building capacity.
Okay, but your Alliance capacity, they said that is no longer determined by behemoths. So how can the behemoth capacity affect that if they already stated earlier that the behemoths do not affect or do not increase Alliance members? So maybe, is anyone catching that? Or maybe it's something different, right? So maybe the wording wasn't all there. Home realm building capacity and new season building.
and the new season building capacity totaling a maximum of 200 people.
So 200 is the hard cap. Okay. Well, at least they give us a number. I'm always happy.
So
for
the
that.
answer.
Oh, can we access home realm and season leaderboards at the same time? Okay. So you guys already know, man. This is one of my big questions that I've been not advocating, but I've been wanting to know the answer to for a while.
Is no, you won't be able to see both leaderboards at the same time. So basically when you are in your home realm, you can see only the home leaderboard. When you are on the season map, you see the season leaderboard.
Okay, I just want to say unfortunate because again, in Infinity Kingdom, when you were in KVK, you could see both, right? I don't think there's anything wrong with being able to see both. Again, keep in mind, this was only for people that are in that home kingdom. It's not like if you had Kingdoms 1 through 4 that went into a KVK, Kingdom 3 could not see Kingdom 1's leaderboard, right? Everyone could see the KVK leaderboard, but only people from the home kingdom could see that. But I guess if you can go back and forth, that's fine. It's just, man, I don't know. For me, that's a quality of life thing because you have to think about it like this. If you need to access your home kingdom leaderboard and you want to be able to access that, without redundantly saying that twice, you have to now use a territory relocation to go back in order to access that, which, yeah, that is a bit rough. I would love to eventually see them add that into where you can access both at both times because there will be a need to access that when you're in KVK. I have no doubt about that. Will the kingdom capacity continue to change over time?
The answer to that is as the season progresses, the capacity of the home realm will continue to increase. However, once players enter the future seasons, it will remain a relatively stable maximum number of people in terms of capacity limit.
Okay, so essentially they're saying it will increase probably season to season, almost like how the Legion unit capacity increases season to season, and then eventually probably once it gets to like season 3, give or take, it'll probably plateau and it'll just be here. Will home realms be able to skip seasons?
The answer is no, you won't be able to skip the seasons,
Okay.
but you can choose whether to teleport to the season map or stay in your home map.
Yeah.
But in the future seasons, there will be an opportunity to not sign up for subsequent seasons.
Ooh, okay, interesting. So they'll give you, okay, wow.
The answer is no. The progression on the home realm seasons is relatively the same. It has not changed.
And that makes sense.
And there won't be any specific shortening in terms of time. The usual time to defeat Flame Dragon is approximately 55 days.
Yeah. And that makes sense if they keep it like there. It's mainly the KVK seasons that they were talking about. Will there be negative and positive titles in the realm?
So the answer is yes. The High King will be able to give out the realm titles, and we will cover it in details in the next patch note video, so stay tuned for that.
Cool. Well, that's great. So they confirmed that. What is the division migration cost? Ooh.
So basically, after your current season ends, as we said, there's going to be a one-time event called division migration. You can migrate across your divisions any amount of times, and you need to spend 5,000 gems per one migration.
Okay. So, does that mean that? See, because the way it was understood in the notice board is that would be going away, and then you would be removing the 5k gem spend to migrate, and then it would go to where you need passports or migration items. So does that mean that it's going to stay, or is that just going to be the one opportunity that everyone gets before they fully make the transition to the new migration movement system, where you need the items in order to migrate from one kingdom to another? With season reset, can we keep CP bottles that we saved from previous seasons?
The answer to that is unfortunately no. So far, all the CP bottles will be scrapped and reset in the new season. But if you have any ideas that how you want to do it, you can always let us know in the Discord suggestions channel or let us know in the comments in this video.
Well, that's it for today's video.
Hope you find it useful, and if you have any questions, let us know in the comments.
And see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, I just want to point out Leon in the business cash, Asya going dress cash. Bloops.
Now let's briefly talk about the new
His
features
pause.
such as the seasonal system. No, I just swear it on the camera, but now let's talk brief.
Yeah.
I will tell you all about it when I see you again.
Hey.
Okay, let's do it.
3, 2, 1, action.
The dev team decided to bring Home Realm system to Call of Dragons based on your feedback, valuing the community sense it brings.
It provides a stable place for you to
They're so good. Yo, this is good.
No, I saw you.
Okay, I just want to point out, really good right there on the bloops
Feedback.
at the
Yep.
end. This is what I'm talking about, man. This is the stuff I love seeing. I've said this before. I think it's so relatable, and the fact that they really cued it on Leo, but then they gave Asya, and then you saw them come together too as well. Listen, this was pretty good because they gave us more bloopers this time than they have before, and they actually like let the camera run a little bit. So, oh, Leo, that was so good. That touche. Just guys and girls out there, man. This is a lot. This is a lot of information. I think for the most part, this more or less confirms a lot of the W's, a lot of what we feel are wins and good points, and just more explanations and details that they're giving us for what we already knew. There are some questionable things as well that we're just going to either have to wait to see how it's implemented once these go live, whether that's in 2.5 or in 0.26 when that eventually comes out mid-June. I also like how they gave us the actual timeline for that, where it's, hey, we're going to get this mid-May or whenever it's going to happen in May, but then we're also going to get something in mid-June, so it's like back-to-back big major updates. I mean, man, listen, all I could say is the next month and a half, almost 2 months, is going to be banging, with just a lot of good upcoming changes, and so I'm excited. I'd love to know what you guys think in the comments down below. As always, until next time, I'll catch y'all later.